And when we start talking about women pursuing their careers, are we, or women in general, pursuing careers because I don't only want to make 82 cents for every dollar he make, I want to make the same dollar he make. Whew. How does this impact gender roles in our homes, in our family? So I got this. You can answer this a couple of ways. So I want to hit that piece, but then also, do you think women should make the same amount of money as a man? Should a woman be equal to a man? I'm gonna start with Aisha, but we got to keep our answers like 45 to 60 seconds. I want to get everybody on this one, so we got to be concise.
I don't think so, because the reason, because women are different from men, and sometimes we will be out of work and men will be working still. So men should definitely earn more than women. And then they're providers too. They're supposed to be. That's not what we want them to be, providers. So if we're equal to them, then it makes it harder for them to do their work. That's how I feel. I think we're all different, but when it comes down to it, I think the men, we shouldn't equal ourselves with pay. I don't think it's necessary.
All right, Dr. Sabrina, what are your thoughts on that question?
Well, honestly, I think when you go into the workforce, there is a job description and you're paid for the work that you do based on the job description. The job description doesn't say if you are one gender, you make this amount. If you're another gender, you make that amount. So if there's not that type of delineation and there is no agreement that I'm willing to work for less and we're doing the same role, then I question why there should be less pay. That's my opinion.
Okay, Shalay.
I agree. I believe that you have a job, and if you're doing the job and a man is doing the job, it doesn't matter what's between our legs. We should both get paid the same amount of money to do that job. And not to mention that women usually do more.
Okay, so so then we start talking about doing the same job, right? So now to bring that back to our conversation, men are usually have higher positions in the workplace, which is why they make more money. So when we bring it back to this conversation, women are in pursuit of career to make more money, to increase in their career, to be equal to a man, to make the same amount of money as him. If we know that the man is the provider, which means he has to work harder, he's probably going to be out there longer doing the things. Now, as a woman, to be equal to him, that's what we have to do, right? So now we have to work twice as hard, which means we have to put our family to the side, or we can't have a family because we have to be able to keep up to the pace of a man. How then do you think that this shift will impact gender roles in relationships? And or do you think a man's role in the family dynamic will shift as more women choose careers over family? I'll start with you, Shalay, and I'll come back around.
I'm a little confused on that. This is where partnership comes in. As far as who should make more per hour, like when it boils down to the dollar, I don't think that there should be any difference.
So no, not so much how much should they make. So if we go to traditional norms, man goes out to work, travels, late hours, out of the house a lot. Woman home or works, but comes home, cooks dinner, etc. Right? If a woman has to, in order for a woman to make the same amount of money as a man, or if a woman is putting her career first, now she has to keep up with that same pace.